your friend? Well, are you sure you can still call them a friend? I don't know if they would call you one. Happy apple picking day! As always, a couple reminders before we get started. If you want to transfer your stories to be featured on Am I the Bad Apple, you can send them to my subreddit, r/AmITheBadApple. And as always, just a reminder, we all come from different branches of the apple tree. And what that means is we've all lived different lives and had different experiences. And those experiences are going to shape our perspective. You know, how we internalize some of these stories, the details that we think are important and speak to us personally, the boundaries that we have. That's normal. It's a unique experience to you. And we just keep that in mind as we discuss down in the comments. So, without further ado, let's get started with this week's episode of Am I the Bad Apple? Let's go apple picking! Apple number 1. Am I the bad apple for leaving my kids out of a fun family trip? I have 2 kids. They are now 14 and 16. I've had 50-50 custody since I got divorced up until a few months ago. 4 years ago, my ex-wife got remarried and her husband advised her to start a custody dispute. I spent $165,000, basically my whole life savings, fighting for 4 years. For the record, my ex-wife's father is wealthy and paid all her legal fees. Our oldest child told the court-appointed therapist, I want to live with my mom and only see dad every other weekend. The younger one just said they wanted to do 50-50, at least at first, and then later changed their mind to, oh, well, maybe 70-30 with mom. I just want the court stuff to be over. We went to trial and my attorney fought like heck, but the judge ended up saying, given the children's age and their preferences, that's gonna take precedent. And we don't want to split the kids up, so the wife will get primary custody. Well, my current wife and I have been planning some travel with some of her friends and her sister and their husbands. It includes 9 days in Spain and France, and they picked the dates, we got the tickets, and then the kids found out about it and have been constantly asking, well, can we go? Why can't we go? We want to go. Why don't you want to take us with you? They asked if this was an adult-only trip, and I said, no, it's not. Their 15-year-old cousin was coming and was going to have a blast. They said it wasn't fair that we wouldn't take them as they know we could afford to take them, and it would be their only chance to travel internationally. I told them, you're young adults now. You chose to spend the majority of your time with your mother, and you got what you wanted, but choices have consequences. One of them is you don't get to join me on things like this trip. Now they're both very upset. And my youngest child said, you're just mad we have more fun at mom's house. Now I'm kind of worried that I might be the jerk here. I'm happy to be wrong, but my gut is also telling me that what I'm doing is fair, so am I the bad apple? Yeah. I'm very curious because I think there might be some parents who feel for OP, but I'm gonna tell you my blatant, honest opinion, and some of you won't like it, and that's okay. You don't have to. But if your kids are saying, I would rather be with my other parent, not you, the other parent, and you turn around and like plan something fun and purposely tell them, you said you don't want to be with me, like you're punishing your children for feeling safer at your mom's house. Like, we don't actually know the reason. We don't have the context, right? We don't know if mom's house has just better toys. We don't know if mom takes care of them more, is more attentive, is more present. We don't know why they picked, we want to stay with mom's house. We don't know that. It could be that it's daughters. We don't even know the genders of the kids. It could be daughters who just want to spend, like, what teenage girl is not gonna like want to need her mom? Every teenage girls are gonna be bratty and like rebel against their mom, of course. But like when they're having the hard days, they know that they're gonna talk to mom over dad. That's just teenage girls. If it was teenage boys, that might be a little bit different. But like, we don't know. We don't have the contact. We don't have the answers. All we know is that you have 2 children and they told the courts that they want to be at their mom's house. And instead of looking inwards and reflecting and thinking, what could I be doing differently to make my children want to be with me more, spend time with me more? What am I not doing that their mom is? Or what am I doing that their mom isn't that is making them have this choice? But you're not even like thinking that. You're basically like blaming them for wanting to live with the other parent. And you're punishing them for it. I think that's wrong. At the end of the day, if there's going to be a custody battle, a custody dispute, I think I just like really messed up my hair, but it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. It's fine. They're gonna have to pick one or the other. And like, you're both their parents. And none of them said, I don't want to see my dad. None of them said, we don't want our dad to have rights or custody or days or whatever. None of them said that. They just clearly feel more taken care of at their mother's house. And I feel like you trying to punish them for that is gross. That's gross. That's manipulative. I don't like that. For you to punish them by their choice of, I feel like mom takes care of us more. I don't like that. Now, if you were to frame it in a way of, hey, your mom has primary custody and this trip would go into days that you're with her, there's a conflict of time, that would be very different. But you're telling them that this is punishment, this is consequence from their choices. Honestly, my response to him, as if I was one of his kids, were you're right, Dad. Actions do have consequences. Choices do have consequences. And these are the choices that you've made that made me want to spend that time with mom. And if this is now your choice to blame me for reacting to your choices before, that's going to dictate our relationship moving forward. Like, that's what my response would be. Now, granted, do I think I would have thought of that as a teenager? No. So I feel like you're taking your hurt out on them, and I think it's valid to feel hurt. 100%. Like, you can feel hurt and upset and devastated and heartbroken, but to take it out on them, that for whatever reason they feel more taken care of at mom's house, I think that's not only projecting, I think that's wrong. Like, honestly. And it's not like they even asked for the custody battle. Your ex-wife did. They didn't ask for that. Maybe they did. Who knows? But if they did, I think that even more so goes to like, what are you doing to cause that? And to punish them for that, again, just gross. So those are my thoughts. Yeah, bad apple. Apple number 2. Am I the bad apple for taking away the laptop I gave to my boyfriend's sister? I, 21 female, have a house with my boyfriend, 22 male. My boyfriend's sister, 17 female, feels like she has the right to enter our home at any time just because my boyfriend lives there also. Last night, around 11:30, after my boyfriend and I have fallen asleep already, his sister just walked into our house and woke my boyfriend up. She asked him if she could take a beer out of the fridge, and he told her no, you're only 17. She then threw a fit, apparently, and slammed our bathroom door. My boyfriend thought she would just leave after throwing her tantrum in the bathroom, so he just came back to bed. After a while, we heard our front door slam, and my boyfriend got back up to lock it, and we thought it was that. In the morning, while putting groceries away, I opened the drawer in the fridge where we keep our alcohol, and it was completely empty. I just bought a 24-pack of Seagrams on Thursday, and I only had one, so I asked my boyfriend if he moved them somewhere else. He told me no, and that his sister asked for beer, and he said no and thought she left, but I guess she didn't. We confronted her about it, and she basically said that she only used our bathroom and that her friend must have come into the house and took them. Her story was definitely a lie to keep herself out of trouble, and after thinking about it, I told her we knew it was a lie because we only heard one person in the house. And after thinking about it, I told her I knew she was lying. And even if she wasn't, she was blatantly letting her friend steal from us. And I told her she was being selfish and disrespectful. Well, she started ranting about how I was a bitch and I was so controlling of my boyfriend and I wasn't considered family to her anymore. Okay. Fine. I was already pissed that she thought she had a right to just walk into our home and take stuff after we tell her no. So I went to her parents' house and I talked to her dad about it and told him exactly what she said and said, you know, I'm sorry, but they're gonna have to figure out another way for her to do her schoolwork because I was taking back the computer that I lent her since I wasn't family anymore. He said he was fine with that she needed to learn actions had consequences, and so do words. Well, now she's even more pissed at me and telling my boyfriend that he's dead to her too and telling him to get rid of me because I'm so controlling. I've never been rude to her before. I've been there for her when she's had friend drama and breakup and all the things. And she treats me like this just because I'm upset she stole from us after just walking into our home and taking things, illegal things for her to have, mind you, after we said no. So, am I the bad apple? Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. I think that's so, I want to know how she got into the house. Like, I'm assuming she just has a key to the house. I would take that key back so quick. So quick. If she knows the lock, like my code, like my house has a lock pad where you do numbers. If she knows what the code is, I would change it. I would just change it, to be honest. Don't let her have access to your house anymore. Not like, if her and her friends got caught with all of that alcohol and they were able to figure out where they got it from, like you and your boyfriend could be in a lot of trouble. Like this is a big deal. It's serious. For her to go into your house, not even tell you she's there, just walk in the middle of the night, I would be afraid someone was breaking in. Like that could be dangerous depending on whose house you just walk into. She stole from you guys. After asking for things, you said no. I think it would have been even worse if like her friend followed her in without being invited. Like the homeowners don't know there's another person in the house, steals her stuff. When they got back in the car, she would have seen her friend with their stuff. I think it would have been worse if it's the friend, because then the sister would have seen the friend with the stuff she stole and then like not made her put it back. I personally think that's worse. But I really like that I'm hoping that the boyfriend's backing you up. I see at least his dad is, which I love. And yeah, she's 17. Like she needs a reality check, because honestly, there's like things she could be charged for in here, not gonna lie. So I would definitely, like, heavy on the actions have consequences, words have consequences. Like, you can't treat people like that. I know exactly what it's like and like how crappy it feels to go out of your way to like be there for people and go above and beyond with the favors for them. And the moment they ask for something that's a little much and you say no and they freak out, like, it's not a good feeling. It actually really sucks, because then it becomes very apparent that they didn't really want you in their life. They really liked what you did for them or what you got for them, and that just sucks a lot. I get that. I understand that completely. But I love that your initial reaction is, okay, you're dead to me, fine, but then don't use my stuff then. Like, I'm letting you borrow all of these nice things. If you hate me, okay, then do something else. I don't know what to tell you. And don't get it twisted, because I know that there's probably going to be someone in the comments that was like, well, just because someone gives you stuff doesn't mean they can take advantage of you. There was nothing in the story where the girlfriend was taking advantage of her boyfriend's sister. In fact, it was the other way around, like, for sure. I think that oftentimes people will try to gaslight in that way of like, well, just because you do me favors doesn't mean like I owe you and have to XYZ and blah, blah, blah. No. There's a difference between like taking advantage of somebody and refusing to allow someone to take advantage of you. Like, there's a difference. So don't get that twisted. I feel like I'm talking in circles, but it's fine. I'm just gonna go good apple, because I think you're right. I think that this girl's 17. She's old enough to understand that, like, that's not how you treat people, and to not just walk into someone's home and to not steal things from people. Yeah. For sure. Apple number 3. Am I the bad apple if I forbid my son's stepmother from going to a mother-son event? My 15-year-old has a mother-son dinner event with his football team. I'm obviously planning to go, as it'd be nice bonding time, and of course, I'm his mother. Today, my son told me that my ex's wife was planning to go also, and she didn't say a word to me about it. In all honesty, I don't want her to go. Yes, she's been in my son's life for like the last 5 years, I guess, but she's not his mom, nor did she have the respect to call or text me and ask how I felt about it. Would I be the bad apple if I told her no, she can't go? I'm just so conflicted. I know there's gonna be people who disagree with me on this. I just know it. And again, it's like with the first story. I know they're going to relate and they're going to feel a certain type of way, and it is what it is. Yeah, that would be bad apple, man, because listen, this isn't your event. This is the son's event for the mother figures in his life. And you are his mother and she's his stepmother. And honestly, some people are going to hate this, but if your child is loved, like genuinely loved by their step parent, and they love them back, that's a win. Like, it's never a loss for your child to be loved by numerous people. The more people that love your child, that's a good thing. And I think all too often I've seen a lot of parents, both from like online stories and when I was a teacher, I've seen so many parents get divorced and feel like they're competing with the new spouse, the new girlfriend, whatever, because they feel replaced by their old partner, right? And they kind of project that insecurity onto not wanting to feel replaced by their kid. But your child, like, you're always gonna be your child's parent. Just because they have a great relationship with their step-parent doesn't mean you're not their parent. Like, if you're there for your kid and you love your kid and you do right by your kid, you're never going to not be their parent. You're never gonna not have that bond with them. They are always going to be your kid. So, like, why are we not celebrating that as your ex found a new partner, it's someone that your son also feels safe with and also feels close to, and you know that, like, you're not with his dad anymore, so like he's not going to be with you all the time. There is going to be dad's time and mom's time. Do you not feel good knowing that while your son is not under your roof, there's still someone who's going to fawn over him and mother him, and like not his mother, but motherly, and care for him and make sure that he's safe? Like, don't you want that for your kid? And I'm gonna be honest, like, if your answer is no, I want him to only feel that under my roof, I think that makes you a bad parent, personally. That's not like a mom's answer. You know what I mean? So I think it would be really easy for any parent to initially get worked up in their emotions about this and those insecurities and projections. And I don't think that makes them like a bad person. I just think that they're making the wrong call and looking at the wrong thing. Because like your whole thing is, well, the stepmom didn't even call me and didn't even ask about it. It's not your event. Did the stepmom ask the son? Is it okay? Are you sure you want me at your event? Like, that's who it matters if she talked to. And I think that if you like took a step back and like in the nicest possible way, kind of like, I don't know how else to say this in a nicer way, but like got over yourself. Because again, like, I don't think you're a bad person. I think that you're just in the moment of this insecurity and not looking at it through a different lens. So I'm just giving you a different lens to look at it through. I think you'll feel a lot better about it. Because again, your son's not saying, Mom, I don't want you to go, I want my stepmom to go instead. He's saying, I want both of you to experience that with me. And I love that for your kid. I think it's great that they feel so loved and safe and so connected to both of you. And again, you're his mom. You're always going to be his mom. No, she's not going to replace you. So like, take the W that there's another person in the village that loves your kid to death. I think that's a good thing. Apple number 4. Am I the bad apple for filing a police report on my good friend? We had a girls' night dinner at an expensive hotel one night, and my boyfriend let me borrow his big camera, a Canon G7X, to bring and take some pictures with my friends. This camera's worth like $1,800 for context. After dinner, I went up to the room and realized the camera was gone. I went right back down to the table and asked everyone, and no one said they saw it. I immediately got with the hotel security and looked at footage to see if anyone was in the room. Can we see like where it went, who snatched it, did it just drop somewhere? We saw my friend, my good friend, clear as day, swiping the camera when my back was turned and shoving it into her purse. I initially tried to cover for her. I'm sure it was a misunderstanding, and decided to contact her directly to find a resolution. Apparently, she took the camera with her and some other friends to a club after dinner, which I did not attend, and lost the camera while they were out. For context, this is my good friend from college. I've known her well for a really long time. She's been taken on free trips to Coachella in St. Barth on my dime, like not even kidding. I've paid for us to go on all these trips together, as well as lots of other things. We've done a lot together, and we're very good friends and are close, and I expected her to be remorseful that she stole and lost the camera. Initially, she lied to me, to my face, saying she didn't take it, didn't have it. And when I told her that she's on the security footage, swiping it, she confessed. Yes, she took it, but she lost it at the next bar that she went to with my other friends, so Now it's gone. I said, okay, well, can you help me replace it by going in with me on the cost? Because my boyfriend still needs a camera. She refused. She actually refused all possible resolutions. And now I feel like I have nothing left to do but file a police report and let them handle it. It's now impacting my relationship because my boyfriend is so upset with me for losing the camera and not holding my friend accountable. And I'm so furious that my friend is refusing to help at all. Why should I be on the hook for something that she stole and lost? I gave her 3 weeks to try and help me resolve this, but she insists she's not gonna do anything, and I'm being pressured by my boyfriend to either replace the camera or help him file a report on her so that the police can track down the camera themselves or try to find it or hold her accountable. I don't know. I even asked her to just throw in half or at least less than half of the cost to help, but she still refuses. So I don't want her to get in trouble, but I'm at the point where I feel like she really doesn't care about me. So am I the bad apple? Girl, this is not your friend. This is not your friend. I'm sorry. There's nothing about this person that tells me she cares about you in the slightest bit. Like, I'm sorry. I know that's gonna hurt your feelings. That is the truth. This is someone who allows you to pay for her to go on luxurious trips and steals things from you. And when she gets caught, blatantly caught, isn't remorseful, doesn't offer to pay for it. Like, she does not care about you. She likes what she can get from you. And I'm giving you some tough love. I understand it is so easy to feel like, oh, well, I don't want my friend to get in trouble, and blah, blah, blah. I've been there. And that's why I'm giving you the tough love. I've been there. But she's not your friend. She doesn't care about you. She doesn't care what happens to you. She doesn't care about your relationship. She doesn't care that your boyfriend's upset that she stole the camera and lost it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest. I bet you she has that camera. I bet you, I don't know, I lost it, I don't have it anymore. Okay. Yeah, right, I don't believe that for a second, but that's besides the point. My big question is, like, if this person, why are you choosing this person over your boyfriend? Like, the big victim here is your boyfriend, who allowed his girlfriend, who he loves, to take his I'm recording on a camera that's worth $1,800, okay? I would be so pissed if one of my friends swiped it from me and then lost it, okay? I even get a little stressed out when someone's like, hey, can I use it? And I'm like, yeah. Because, like, I just get so stressed about something happening to it, okay? Cameras are, like, they're expensive. And, like, is that the body and the lens, or just, the camera body itself for my camera it's also a Canon. I don't know a lot about technology, but, like, the body itself, that's what that costs. Don't even ask me about the lens. Just don't do it. I'm gonna get sad. So, like, he let you, the woman he loves, borrow his very expensive camera, and then you lose it, and it takes you almost a month to replace. Well, I'm trying to give her time to, like, help me pay for it and replace it. What does he do for work? Does he need this camera for work? Is he unable to work because you lost the camera? Like, if one of my friends lost my cameras, I wouldn't be able to record Bad Apples without it. What am I supposed to do until then? Like, what does he use it for? Is he not able to work? Is he not able to do his hobbies because it's taken 3 weeks for you to do anything about this camera? I know the question is, am I the bad apple for, like, filing a police report? And the answer is no. You're not. You should have done that 3 weeks ago, at least 2 weeks ago, to be completely honest. At a minimum, 2 weeks ago. Part of it, like, hurts me to give you good apple, because I think you're being really crappy to your boyfriend, to be honest. Like, this is a very expensive camera, and you're just, like, dilly-dallying of, well, but maybe if I ask her for the 200th time. Girl, this is not your friend. Why are you choosing your friend that doesn't care about you, lets you take them on expensive vacations, steals your stuff when you're not looking, lies to your face about it, like, doesn't care that she got caught, isn't willing to help out or replace it or anything, doesn't care that it's impacting you and your relationship? Why are you putting this person in front of your boyfriend who is like, I just want my camera back? Why? Why is that a question? Why is she I don't understand. I don't understand that. I'm frustrated for him, to be honest. So, like, good apple of, like, finally doing the police report, but you're being a crappy girlfriend is my thought process. Okay, so I got 2 bad apples and 2 good apples. Like, one of those good apples is a little stale, but it's fine. At least that's what I got. I would love to know if you got anything similar or different. So I keep like rubbing my face because there's cat hair everywhere right now. But again, would love to hear if you guys got anything similar or different than me down in the comments. As always, if you want a chance for your stories to be featured on Am I the Bad Apple, you can send them to my subreddit, r/amithebadapple. And for your well wishes today, we got a lot going on today, guys. There's a lot of fun ones. There's also some serious ones. I want to make sure that I get all of them. So it is National Teal Talk Day, which is a day that it's the teal ribbons that represents like supporting women with ovarian cancer. It is National Restless Legs Awareness Day. It took me a little bit to say that in a cohesive sentence. I don't know why that felt like a tongue twister, which I didn't even know that was a condition, and now I know. This is why I love this. Like, I learned so much when we do the national days, you know what I mean? And it's also National Great American Pot Pie Day, and it's also National Snack Stick Day, which is like different kinds of beef and pork snacks on sticks. Okay. And it's also National Dogs in Politics Day, and that's fun. That's cute. That's really adorable. My mom does make good pies, so. But teal is also my favorite colors. Like, I will happily go find me a teal ribbon, wear it on my clothes. Absolutely, heck yes. While my mom feeds me a delicious pie, a pot pie. She does make good pies. And as always, I would love to hear down in the comments which national day you're celebrating today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and hope to see y'all next week. Bye, my lovelies. Mwah.